Hey guys, thanks for coming to my vlog number 4. This should be a fun one. It's all about my current equipment. And if you know any guitar players, you know they love to talk about their equipment. But oh, and I know my head's cut off a little bit, but that's okay because I'd rather see my guitars. So anyway, but before I even start on my equipment, if you don't have any equipment and you just want to learn guitar, the first thing I would do, buy an electric guitar. No amp, just buy an electric guitar, and I would say buy a Strat, whether it's a Squier, a cheap Squier, or whatever it is. Buy a Strat. Strats are more versatile in my mind, so I'd buy an electric guitar, no amp, just buy that. Practice your chords, learn your chords, your strings, etc. on that. Then I would buy a cheap acoustic, once again, cheap, and practice on that. Then if you're still sticking with it, get yourself an amp to go with that initial guitar that you bought, and just go from there. But again, I would buy electric guitar. Easy, believe it or not, in my mind, I thought the way to learn would be easier on an acoustic. It's not. Learn on an electric. This is again my opinion. Learn on an electric, unplugged, just no amp, just learn on an electric, then get an acoustic, then get an amp. Okay? So that's just my opinion again. But my journey. I initially bought a Squier Affinity Strat, and it was a great little guitar. It was $300, guys, $300, brand new on Sweetwater. I'm sure you're familiar with Sweetwater. So it was a great guitar. I loved it, but I am a huge Social D fan. I'm actually wearing my Social D shirt today, so I felt like I needed to have a Gibson, quote unquote. So I sold that guitar, bought this guitar, which is actually an Epiphone. If you're familiar, Gibson has, their main line, which is Gibson, and then below that they have their Epiphones, which are a little bit cheaper. But this thing, oh my God, are you kidding me? This thing is gorgeous. This color is called Radio Blue. It was a Sweetwater exclusive at the time. But it's a Les Paul, right there, Les Paul. Again, and this guitar, let me check my numbers. This I bought in March of 23. It was $650. $650, guys. This in a Gibson, quote unquote, would be at least $2,000. At least $2,000, and this thing is phenomenal. I mean, it's just gorgeous. This is a modern, but there's a standard, there's a custom, and they're generally, they're going to be in that same price, and it is gorgeous. I mean, this color is just ridiculous. Forget about it, man. It's amazing. And not to get too much into it, but Gibsons and Les Paul and Gibsons and the Epiphones have what they call two coil pickups. On this particular guitar, if you pull these guys out, they go to single pickups. So it's theoretically more like a Strat. That's kind of getting more into the weeds, but anyway, it's just a phenomenal guitar, and that color, my God, that Radio Blue is, forget about it. Oh, and these were clear. The 4 knobs, I put black ones on there. But what I'm going to do on all the guitars, I'm going to play. This is a capo, if you don't know, and we can get into that in a future episode. But I'm going to play a few bars of Ball and Chain by Social Distortion, and then I'm going to play a lick from Patience by Guns N' Roses. Ball and Chain, I mentioned previously, there's 3 chords for the whole song, and by the way, again, I mentioned this before, but Dead Flowers by the Stones, same song. And I'll run it by you real quick, and then I'll play a little bit. So 4 strums on D, 4 strums on A, 4 strums on G, 1 on D, and then you start over. So you go to D again 4 times. Now for Ball and Chain, on the second time around, they do a down, up, down, up. So I'll do that too. But anyway, I'm going to go through like 4 bars. Chain or the Stones' Dead Flowers. 2 great songs. Dead Flowers, the chorus is a little different, but it's very simple. And then I'm going to do, like I said, this is from Patience by Guns N' Roses. So there you go, and that's what this guitar sounds like. It's a phenomenal guitar. I love it. Just look at that color. Come on. I mean, it's just gorgeous with the black accents. Boom. $650. And again, I don't know if you can get this Radio Blue off of Sweetwater anymore. You might be able to find it on Reverb, which we'll get into Reverb here shortly. But there's a gorgeous burgundy one out there right now. Same model. And again, you can get the, whether it's the modern or the custom or the standard, they're all fairly standard, quote unquote. All right. So that's my Les Paul. And by the way, his name is Baby Blue. Okay, so at the same time I had Baby Blue, I went and bought this thing off of Craigslist, guys. This was $100. $100! $100, and did not have a ding on it. It's actually a Fender, which I wasn't really looking for any particular model when I bought this because I was just looking for something to dink around on, right? But it happens to be a Fender. But, you know, I looked it up. It was only a $200 or so guitar. I paid $100. And really not a ding or anything on it. It's been pretty amazing. And again, I was going to play the same. But like I said, buy an electric, no amp, just buy an electric, then step up and get a cheap acoustic somewhere. You can get one online. I'm going to show you at Sweetwater. I'm going to show you my wife's guitar, which she's never played. But it was $300, brand new. So anyway, I'm going to play those same chords again. D, G, I'm sorry, A, now G, back to D. So that's that guitar. Now you're gonna, in a minute or later, you're gonna hear my Taylor, which you'll hear the difference. Oh yeah, and I was gonna play that other lick, which is alright, that's Patience by Guns N' Roses. But guys, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Spend a little bit of money, see if you're gonna stick with it, and then step up if you need to. Alright, and then my next one. Let me see when I bought this next one, which was in, again, I bought the Les Paul in March of 23. This next one I bought in June of 23. I can't believe they're only a couple months apart. This thing, oh, forget about it. This is gorgeous. Candy apple. I don't know if you can see that in there, but it is beautiful. Now this is a player. You have, oh, again, let me cover this a little bit. So Fender has three lines basically. They have the Squier, which I talked, you know, my very first guitar was a Squier. Then they have the Made in Mexicos. Then they have the Americans. This is a Made in Mexico. So middle line, if you will. But the price on this, $850. If you go buy this in an American, you're looking at more, or right around $2,000. You can probably get it for maybe $1,800. But it's just a gorgeous guitar once again. Oh, and I did this. It came with a plain pick bar guard. I replaced it with this pearl. I thought it was a little nicer. So again, I'm going to play those same licks. This is a capo. We'll cover this in a future deal. But again, 4 Ds, 4 A's. And another D. Let's turn that up a little bit. So. For that, so you can just kind of, this one, the Les Paul is louder in general. So in other words, you turn the amp down when you're playing, or down when you're playing that, up when you're playing this. But that other lick. nice. It's just, I mean, you know, they're both these electric guitars in my mind are works of art. I mean, they're just gorgeous. I love them. And again, at my skill set, I don't know that I'll ever be able to justify going out and spending $2,200 or $2,500 or $3,000. I mean, this guitar, to me, I'll have forever. I mean, it's just a great little guitar. I love it. And being that it's a red rocker, what do you think the name is? It's Sammy. That's Sammy right there. Say hello to Sammy. Okay, now, oh, now we got Ranger going off. Perfect timing, Range. But now here's where we really stepped up to the plate, and I got to give my wife a ton of credit for letting me do it. But look at that! This is a Taylor 214CE. I'll tell you in a minute what I spent on it, but that's not pretty. So anyway, Taylors and Martins are kind of like Chevy Ford. I went down to Guitar Center over a few months and played them both, and for me, I just like the Taylor better. This is, again, like I said, the 214CE, and the CE, by the way, stands for cutaway, wrong side, cutaway, and that's so you can get up in here and right? So CE, and then you got the electronics, so that's the E part. So cutaway, electronics, CE. So anyway, yeah, so this is a Taylor. It is just gorgeous. Love it. And a little note on this. So if you go to Sweetwater right now, they're selling the Plus. Okay. When I was shopping around, this is what I was going to get. I was going to get the 214CE Plus. But in 23, they had the, so it used to be called the Deluxe. In 24, it changed to the Plus. The difference being, see the little fret dots? See how they're a little fancier than just a standard dot? And the Deluxe came with a hard case. So doing more and more research, I went out to Reverb. If you're not familiar with Reverb, it's a great place. They have used stuff and new stuff. But I went out to Reverb. I found this one, and man, it is perfect. There is not a scratch, not a ding. I mean, it's a beautiful guitar. And so that's what I bought. I bought the one. I actually bought this off of Reverb, and it's phenomenal. So, oh yeah, I was going to give you the price. The price. $1,500. Okay, don't tell nobody. $1,500, and that's what they are at Sweetwater for one. And so you know, this is a 214, right? The Taylors start at the 100, then they go to 2, 3, 4, etc. So this is only a 200 series. This is only their second level up, and it's $1,500. So imagine if you get into the you know, the 3, 4s, 5, 6, 7, 8s. I mean, it's crazy. So again, in this one, again. Based on my skill set, I don't know that I'll ever need another guitar, another acoustic guitar. This one will last me the rest of my life, I think. Certainly with this. With the electrics, again, I'm going to get into the Telecaster. I got to have a Telecaster, and we'll talk about that later. But anyway, let me do my little riffs. And so again, D 4 times, A. Of course, it's not plugged in. It's just we're just playing it acoustically. And then my little riff. So there's that. But it's just, I mean, a gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. I mean, look at the tuners are just gorgeous. Everything. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I mean, look at that. And this one being black, guess what you think? Guess what the name of this guitar is? Think about it. Think about it. It's Johnny, the man in black. And Ranger, you need to pipe down. Let me get Ranger on camera. Come here, Ranger. Come here, Ranger boy. Let me see. Try this. Rangy, where's my Rangy? You're just Ranger. Ranger. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so next up is the amps. I'll plug in a couple with the amp. Well, we did a little bit of that already, but I'm going to show you the amp, then I'll play a little bit with the amp, and I'll, you know, give you some of the ins and outs on the amp. All right, talk to you in a minute.
Okay, guys, I mentioned that this is my wife's guitar. She's never used it. It's an Ibanez. It was $300, perfectly fine. It's a left-hander, but we'll excuse her for that. But point is, you can get a decent guitar for cheap. And one that I would recommend, a brand I'd recommend is Yamaha. Yamaha, you get a big bang for your buck. So for $300, I bet you can get a decent Yamaha. It's a good starter guitar. And again, I would still say get an electric first, then get an acoustic. But this is a $300, electric, or excuse me, this is actually an acoustic electric for $300, Ibanez. But good looking guitar. But Yamaha is a good brand to start off with. But again, get an electric, learn on that, and then go get an acoustic. Okay, makes sense? All right, on to the amp. Okay, guys, so this is the Boss Katana 2 100. 100 as in 100 watts. I believe this one was 369. There is a 50-watt version, which I believe is well under 300, like maybe 269. But anyway, I'll show you, and I got the little stand for it, as you can see. But anyway, come up here. You can see it's got the standard stuff there. It's got the brown, lead, crunch, clean, and acoustic. Acoustic is nice. You can run your acoustic guitar, acoustic electric off of this without having to have a separate amp. Beyond that, it's kind of the standard stuff, except for I do want to mention down here, this is pretty slick. See the power control here? You can run it off a half a watt, 50 watt, 100 watt. I think I mentioned a while back when I had those 8 lessons, this is what my instructor used. He had an artist series, which is above this, but same thing. And it was 100 watts. But he would always, when we were doing our lessons, it would always be on half a watt. So I mean, it's perfectly usable. I mean, we used it. That's all we ever used. But anyway, I usually run it at 50. But also, I want to notice here's your your channel settings. There's 4 there, but you also have 4 more. If you hit panel right there, that'll give you 4 more channels. But it also comes with software that you put on your laptop, and off of that software, you can load, Boss's preset tones. So like they're clean, they're Texas blues, etc. So it's pretty slick, and that's what I have on here. Channel 1 is their clean. Channel 2 is Texas blues. Channel 3, I think, is ZZ Top, which is sort of a Texas blues too, isn't it? But anyway, that's what I got. But I also added this guy. I think this is a must. Oh, there's Ranger Boy. There's Ranger. Hey, there's that boy. But anyway, so that way you're across the room, you're playing, I don't know, a clean song, you can stay on channel 1, and then your next song is going to be ZZ Top, you can just go over to channel 3, right? So it's pretty slick. I would say add that. I want to say this was under 150, but anyway, that's kind of the amp setup. I mean, that's a very, very high level one. You can go to YouTube and find, 20-minute videos on just this one amp, but that's about it. I do want to add a Blues Junior amp down the road, because that's what my brother highly recommends. Blues Juniors, though, are around $750 This one was $369. But I will add a Blues Junior down the road and a Telecaster. But anyway, that's it for now. I might just play a little bit of music just to be a prick, as my brother would say. All right, thanks.
All right, so I'm going to start out with playing the song we've been playing all day, which is, hey, Rangy, Ball and Chain, and this is on I can't remember the name of this setting. It's not Texas Blues. I can't remember what they call it, but for this guitar and for Ball and Chain and or Social Distortion, this is the right sound as far as I'm concerned. So that's my skill set. Not great, but getting better. Not real clean, but getting better. And hopefully a year from now, you'll see a big change. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time.